James Bond is a white, heterosexual character in all of his movies. He is the alpha man because he is stereotyped as a male who knows how to fight, drives in a variety of vehicles, abuses alcohol, and having the crew of Bond girls. James Bond is always portrayed as masculine and extraordinary in his movies. Bond is always successful in doing difficult tasks. For example, he has the ability to defuse bombs and missiles. When he is thrown out from a plane without a parachute, he still manages to survive by shaping his body into an arrow as shown in the beginning of the Moonraker movie. These tasks are impossible for a normal person to achieve.
Bond girls are lead female characters who act as a love interest or sidekick for Bond himself. They are often portrayed as damsels in distress or are used as a plot device rather than characters. They are often killed or kidnapped, like Léa Seydoux' character in the most recent film Spectre, who is kidnapped twice. Women being represented as weak or in need of saving enforces a stereotype that in order for men to be masculine, they have to be stronger than women. The names of the Bond girls are often double entendres that have a sexual undertone, such as Jinx Johnson, Honey Rider, and Vesper Lind. This leads to the idea that women only exist as sex objects, and being masculine requires men to treat women as such. Finally, the actresses playing Bond girls are significantly younger than the actor playing James Bond. Over 24 movies, the vast majority of actresses are between 10 to 30 years younger than the actor playing James Bond.
With the shrinking power of Britain and the gradually stronger American, British people tend to worry about their position in the world. So in many James Bond movies, Bond plays a role who always fixes a problem that the American made, like in Golden Finger, Bond deals with the threat that caused by a Latin American gang. Another example related to American character is a police officer in Live and Let Die, who tears down the Americans important to express how Bond saved the world. The original novel writer Ian Fleming is native British, so from his perspective, Britain should be the most powerful country. And Bond, as the MI6 agent, is able to fix the global problem.
Bond movies tend to glamorize violence. This is especially seen through the glamorization of his violent life as an assassin. The material perks that come from being an assassin make the violence of his lifestyle seem much more glitzy and appealing than it actually is. Within the movies themselves, every film usually starts out with a violent action sequence, such as a car or motorcycle chase. For example, in the latest film Spectre, it began with a chase through Mexico City, eventually ending with Bond pushing a man to his death from a helicopter, knocking the pilot unconscious, and flying away.
The villains fighting against James Bond tend to have a strange physical deformity or an unappealing appearance. This is a strong contradiction from Bond, since he is portrayed as an attractive and desirable man. For instance, the evil character Le Chiffre suffers from a rare condition in which he cries tears of blood. Also, Jaws has steel-capped teeth, Ernst Stavro Blofeld has a face scar, and Silva has a deformed jaw and face structure after a suicide attempt using a hydrogen cyanide implant in one of his molars. Essentially, their outside matches their inside. This gives value to a handsome physical appearance as an important factor in masculinity.